punches. A fight at this pace is very difficult.
The boxing world has been going through some major changes for years now, and not exactly in the best ways possible. Many of their major stars aren't as big as the generations that came before. The UFC is much more popular in terms of viewership and events, and as of right now, many of the boxing events out there are focused on social media stars. Yeah, for real. And one of them is Logan Paul, who is very soon going to be stepping into the realm of boxing again to go and fight Floyd "Money" Mayweather. And this is likely going to end in disaster for him. So allow us to tell you why Logan Paul is regretting the Floyd Mayweather fight. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 4, Logan Paul's record. Here's the thing. While it is true that Logan Paul and his brother Jake Paul are trying to go and define themselves as boxers, only one of them has honestly been in the ring more than once, and it's not Logan. In fact, Jake Paul has already gotten a 3-0 record in boxing, while Logan has only had one match, and it was against a fellow social media star, and that fight ended in a tie. So right off the bat, you could argue that Logan is regretting taking this fight simply because this is only his second fight ever, and thus he really doesn't have the experience to go toe-to-toe with someone like Floyd Mayweather. Speaking of which, number 3, he is fighting Floyd Mayweather. To be completely honest with you, we're honestly not sure why this match is even existing in any meaningful way. Sure, it's an exhibition bout, but that doesn't mean that the boxing won't be any less real. And for Floyd "Money" Mayweather, he is going to take this very seriously because his reputation is on the line right now. Sure, he's absolutely doing this for the money, but he's also the last true great champion in boxing. Sorry, Tyson Fury. And so for him, if he were to go and fall to Logan Paul, who again does not have a win in a boxing ring, that would be a disgrace to his legacy as well as tank the world of boxing as a whole. Not that this is likely to happen, mind you, but it is something that we will have in the back of his mind. Floyd has gone up against some of the greatest boxers ever to step into the ring, and now he's going to go fight a YouTube star. Yeah, he's going to wipe the floor with Logan Paul more than likely, and Logan no doubt has that on his mind. Number 2, Jake. Here's the other thing that Logan Paul likely has in his own mind, and that's that he's kind of an afterthought right now. From the moment that this match was made, many people were asking, wait, don't they mean Jake Paul? The reason for this confusion wasn't just because of Logan's record as we outlined earlier, but because when the match was announced, it was just after Jake Paul had gotten his victory against Nate Robinson, who also happens to be a very good friend of Floyd's. Fast forward a little bit and you see that people are already talking about how this fight with Logan is the practice round for Floyd going after Jake and settling a debt for his friend. This was personified within a news event for the match between Logan and Floyd, where Jake got involved, stole Floyd's hat, and then a brawl ensued. What were they talking about as a whole for the next few days? What Jake did to Floyd. So yeah, Logan isn't the kind of guy to go and be an afterthought. And so the fact that people are already booking in their minds Floyd Mayweather versus Jake Paul, it is likely ticking him off. Number 1, the fight itself. Finally, and arguably most important, the thing that Logan Paul is regretting the most is that the fight, after all is said and done, after all the trash talk and the weigh-ins and everything else, he still has to go and fight Floyd Mayweather in a boxing ring. This is not going to be a contest. This is going to be Logan Paul trying to last as long as possible against Floyd Mayweather before getting KO'd, in a very brutal fashion more than likely. And once he does get KO'd, he'll be made fun of for some time, until they go back to talking about Jake versus Floyd again. Just saying. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the fight between Floyd "Money" Mayweather and Logan Paul, and why Logan is likely about to be very embarrassed on the world stage? Are you shocked that this fight is really taking place on a pay-per-view event? Do you think that Floyd will go after Jake Paul next? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you next time on the channel.